Remarkable Vets is often called upon when there's an animal emergency, but today there's shocking news from a local bird sanctuary. A kiwi has been stolen from its burrow, and while the police are investigating the crime scene, Jeff is standing by to treat the kiwi, if it can be found.
So found a little bit of possibly related DNA evidence, which will get examined.
Just absolute disbelief. I mean, all my staff here today are really suffering.
While the police and staff search the park for clues, back at the clinic, Jeff stands by for any news.
From farms and fields to the high country stations, inspections, detections and examinations, and highly hygienic inseminations. He's a remarkable vet. He's got stuff for your puppies, for sheep and for pets, 'cause he's a remarkable vet.
Early this morning, the staff at Queenstown's Kiwi and Birdlife Park discovered that one of their prized kiwis has been stolen from its burrow. The park cares for many native birds, and the family that run it are devastated that one of their kiwis has been snatched.
Once I've got into the kiwi house, I've obviously walked around and found the kiwi sleeping in their burrow and really yanked it out of that burrow.
The stolen kiwi, called Ata, has left a clue, a single feather that shows there may have been a struggle. Everyone continues to search, while inside the kiwi house, Ata's mate, Nione, calls out to her. Everyone is desperate to find Ata, but as time passes, the chances of finding her alive dwindle, and all Jeff can do is wait. Back at the clinic, there are some new arrivals to care for.
Got 5 little abandoned kittens.
We found them under a tree.
Oh, it looked as if somebody dumped them on the side of the road. Oh, look, how can somebody leave little ones like this?
The team at Remarkable Vets are used to finding homes for abandoned animals, but they may have a head start in this case.
No, I don't think we can, Amanda. We've already got 4 cats.
Diesel doesn't miss a beat and is quick to check out the new arrivals. While Amanda is definitely smitten with the kittens, Diesel's in a cranky mood today and he's not too impressed.
If you want to, you take them home and get them, and we'll help you get homes for them, or whether you want to leave them with us and we'll get, I mean,
You can see what we're going to
I was going to say, what else are you going to have there?
It seems Amanda may be getting another kitten after all. But first, Jeff needs to check the health of these wee orphans.
They're looking pretty calm, aren't they?
Yeah, they were hissing and spitting.
Oh, were they?
Under the tree. I had to go back to the truck and get my gardening gloves.
Right. Well, you've tamed them very quickly then.
After checking them thoroughly for any signs of injury or illness, Jeff gives the kittens the all clear.
No signs of respiratory disease, no signs of any virus rushing through them. We'll need to worm them.
Yep.
And, plenty of litter.
Yeah.
Dirt track.
These orphans have found a great temporary home, but now Annalie and Amanda will have 9 cats to care for.
These kittens are so lucky that they had you come along, aren't they?
Waiting in reception, Jeff has a special visitor all the way from Palmerston North, and there's no sick animal in sight.
Lauren was a very ardent fan of the first series of Remarkable Vets, and so she said we definitely had to stay in Arrowtown, which we did, and it took us 3 days to find the clinic, but we did. And so it's been an absolute highlight that she's met Jeff and got an autograph.
Fine.
Is that all right?
Yeah, no, that's okay.
And there's someone else Lauren's very keen to meet.
We do still have Diesel. He should be around here somewhere.
Okay.
Jeff isn't used to the star treatment. He's usually just a hero to the animals he treats. But Lauren loves watching the clinic on TV and is very excited about finally seeing it in real life.
He gave me this picture of Diesel and his autograph on the back.
And I think you're very lucky.
But the most famous cat in the Wakatipu has competition. Jeff's cat Plasmo is staying at the clinic for a few days, and Diesel is keeping a close eye on him to make sure he doesn't get too much attention. Like Diesel, Plasmo's a very curious cat, and he always wants to know what's going on. Right now, Jeff and Alicia are trying to work out why Kipper the Labrador has a sore foot.
Oh, definitely sore on that toe. Yeah, the nails are quite long and the nail's been torn, pulled or wrenched, and it's inflamed the nail bed, and it's just sore now every time that the nail touches the ground. But I think if we take the length off the nail, that'll help a lot.
Meanwhile, in the hallway, Diesel has had just about enough of Plasmo.
Diesel does not look impressed. There's someone else feeling alive like that.
With Kipper sorted out, all Jeff has to worry about now is the rivalry between his two favourite cats. Next into the clinic are two baby flop-eared rabbits. They might look cute, but wild rabbits are pests to Central Otago, and Bridget wants to make sure that these two can't breed.
We got them as a Christmas present for Sophie, but my husband, we live out at Gibbston Valley, and they're always, trying to shoot the rabbits. And then, of course, when we brought two rabbits into the house, he just went, oh my God. But must have been about sort of 3 days later, he was out trying to fix the hutch and do things, so we thought, yeah, we've got Dad.
Is this ear broken or is it just starting to
It's just the loppy thing, is it?
It's just the lop-eared thing, yeah. They're pretty big ears, so there's going to be a fair bit of weight there. It's going to drag them down. It's a good sign.
Jeff checks Pino over and then answers the big question.
What are we guessing? Boys.
Boy.
Boy. Yes, look like a boy to me too.
As Sophie looks on, Pino the boy gets his first vaccination against the deadly Khaleesi virus, and then it's on to rabbit number 2.
He's a bit smaller though.
Yeah.
That makes me wonder if it's a girl.
I bet Sophie's hoping for a girl.
I think they're all hoping for the girl, but of course Pete's not.
Yes, okay. At this stage, I'm picking both boys.
Great.
All good, Sophie?
There you go.
Well done.
Both the boy bunnies are vaxxed and ready to face the world, and it's just in time. The deadly Khaleesi virus has already claimed wild rabbits in the Gibbston Valley, but these two should be safe.
So they'll be perfect, won't they, Sophie? And they'll live for a very long life.
There's been an amazing discovery at the Kiwi and BirdLife Park. After an all-day search, Ata, the stolen kiwi, has been found by Paul and his father, and the staff couldn't be happier.
Where was she?
Down at the gate.
Down there.
It's good, really. We got the beautiful bird back.
Miraculously, she was found hiding in the bushes just outside the bird park fence.
Obviously, as they've tried exiting the gate, she's obviously been struggling and they've dropped that kiwi. So we spent some time looking around for it today, but it was actually my dad that ended up spotting her. So, yeah, we're pretty rapt.
Yeah, the bird must have been fighting to get away from the person there, and they must have been panicking too to get over the security fences.
Ata is delivered back to her burrow in one piece, but she is very scared and has lost many feathers. But having her back alive is the best news anyone could have hoped for. It's a new day for the staff and animals at the Kiwi and BirdLife Park in Queenstown. After the ordeal of losing and then recovering a stolen kiwi in one day, they're exhausted, but very relieved that Jeff can come in and check Ata over.
She's definitely very stressed. You can tell from her body language and the pacing up and down that she's doing. She's much more active than normal. But physically, she actually looks like she's come through it quite nicely. There are a few feathers missing. I do suspect that the people who took her and handled her have come away with a bit more damage from those strong, powerful legs than she's sustained. But I think a couple of days of R&R and she'll be back on track.
Her mate Naomi will be pleased to see her back too, but she's still shaken and confused. And when released back into her familiar enclosure, she runs straight into the glass wall.
That behaviour is not her at all.
Ata will be on strict rest until she is back to full strength. Jeff's on the road again this afternoon as Gypsy the horse needs some urgent dental work done.
Give it a bit of mouthwash. Get the last remnants of grass out.
Because Gypsy is sedated and a bit sleepy, Jeff uses a sling so she can rest while he gets into her mouth.
They have to have their teeth done all through their lives, really, so you want them to behave well, preferably.
Pip is on hand to help Jeff out, but he has brought along something else to file down all those teeth.
I'm going to use the power rasp.
I think there's another new toy coming out.
I should really like this one, and it's just a really safe bevel on it,
Yes.
or protector here. You can put your finger on it. You know, it doesn't hurt at all, so it's very good on soft tissue. And just make sure it tolerates the noise okay.
No one likes seeing the dentist, and although Jeff's wrapped with his new power rasp, Gypsy's not so sure.
But you can actually see that there's not those pressure points pushing into the cheek here
Yeah, I can see
anymore.
that.
So we've taken them off.
Yeah.
And with that done, Gypsy will be a much happier horse.
Teeth all good for another year.
Back at the clinic, Jeff's had a very special visitor. He might look like just another cute puppy, but Finn has a very important job ahead of him.
Finn is our new puppy to hopefully become a search and rescue dog. So we're hoping to train Finn up to find people in wilderness areas in New Zealand. I have a qualified dog at the moment. She's getting to the end of her working life, so this is why I've got out and got a new little puppy to replace. And so I can stay on the call-out list and be available for the police when they need us.
But first things first, this nervous little pup needs his first vet check.
How's the first 10 days gone? Is it showing promise?
Oh yes, certainly. On Wednesday in Queenstown we were crossing the rugby field and he put his nose up in the air and sniffed out a glove. So there's his first find.
Great start.
And now Finn is ready to begin his training as a search and rescue dog.
That is the ultimate success in finding somebody, and if they're alive and you've saved somebody's life, then you've made the ultimate difference to somebody.
Back in reception, Tango the Doberman might need rescuing too. She's got herself into a Mexican standoff with Diesel.
What's that for there, Tango?
Even though he is clearly outsized, Diesel won't back down for anyone, and he psychs Tango out with a few moves of his own. Jeff gave Finn, the search and rescue pup, the all clear, and today it's time to start training. Dermot is using his old dog Oshin to show the new pup how it's done.
What we have is somebody is missing in this lower wooded part up here, and hopefully she will pick up on the human scent from the pretend casualty lying in the trees and the long grass up there. Okay, Osh, we're going to find him. We're going to find him. We're going to go and see where they are.
Oshin is trained to sniff out a human scent and then run back to Dermot when she's found the person.
What? Come here, tell me. Good girl! Good girl! Yeah, show me! Show me! Show me! Show me! Good girl! Show me! Woohoo! Good girl! Good girl! Yay! Well, that's why the dogs do it, for that reward. And they'll search for 2, 3, 4 hours, and longer sometimes.
Oshin found her pretend casualty, and when Finn's grown up and fully trained, he will be able to do the same. That evening, Jeff has an emergency case at the clinic. Misty the Bull Terrier is very ill, and her owner Melissa is extremely worried.
I think she's got an infection, like a really bad infection. She feels really hot, and I'm hoping it's not anything really serious, that it's fixable.
Jeff examines Misty and discovers 3 serious problems, one of which is life-threatening. Jeff would normally do further tests, but there's no time. He must make a decision right now.
Without doubt, there is a pyometra or a uterine infection going on. I know that not just from the history that you're telling me, because I can actually feel it. Okay.
No, she's just pushing into me.
If we're going to help her, that needs to come out. And we've got limitations in terms of time frame as well. Okay, because we can't take forever to work through these things.
No, because is this quite...
It's quite serious, yeah. Then I'll take off your hands now.
Okay.
All right?
Thanks, Jeff. Good day, Misty. Stuff, Jeff.
Melissa heads home for the night, leaving her gravely ill dog in Jeff's hands.
I think everything will go well. I hope so anyway, because she's a good friend.
Julie, hi, it's Jeff here.
But Jeff needs another set of hands to help him with the emergency surgery.
Well, look at this girl. How could you say no?
Julie arrives and the team swings into action.
Diesel seems concerned as well.
He does, doesn't he?
Under Diesel's watchful eye, Jeff does an ultrasound scan on Misty.
Okay, Julie, so we're just looking for fluid here. Sure enough, you can see those big circles there. So it just confirms what I was feeling. The abdomen's full of it, isn't it?
Time is of the essence if Jeff and Julie are to save Misty.
She's been under now for how long? 20?
20 minutes.
Yeah.
It's almost midnight when they complete the risky operation.
Yeah, all done. All done. That's good.
She looks smaller.
She looks smaller.
She does.
You can never be absolutely sure you've done the right thing until after the event. We've gone in with a certain degree of logic, good medicine, and gut feeling, I think. But it was the right decision for tonight.
It's the morning after Misty's big surgery, and Julie is in early to check on her progress.
Misty's doing incredibly well. Last night she was extremely ill and quite a dramatic, dangerous, kind of risky surgery. And you always hope for the best and do what you can throughout the night, but it was brilliant to see her this morning, up, around, and she's a real trooper. She's a credit to her breed. Oh, look at that. That's got to be normal.
Misty looks set to make a great recovery, and another of Jeff's patients is also on the mend. Being kidnapped from her home and then dramatically found, Ata was reunited with her mate Neone and is recovering well. And after his experience with Ata, Jeff wanted to share with his family the other unique and endangered creatures that live at the Kiwi and Birdlife Park. The first stop is to see a group of cheeky mountain parrots called keas.
The kea climbed up there. Yeah.
They are very intelligent birds, and this one, called TC, is no exception. In the wild, they're well known for stealing things from hikers, as TC and zoologist Nicole demonstrate here. TC shows how easy it is to open a backpack and find the cheese.
Look at this beak. They're very good at picking things up, these guys.
While he's here, Jeff takes the chance to give some of the creatures a checkup. This is Tahi the kiwi, and the kids are extremely lucky to get this close to him.
Jordan, would you like to touch him? That's it, just touch those kiwi feathers.
Why do kiwis sleep in the day and come out at night?
Oh, yeah, lots of animals like that, nocturnal animals, because it's safer for them to come out at night time.
The park has more than just birds. Next up is something very unique.
I've got 2 new females that just arrived from Christchurch. I'm really keen to see them and see what they look like and how big they are compared to our big males.
This is one of the world's oldest living species, the tuatara.
That's Edwina.
Edwina?
Yeah, she used to be Ed.
Right.
And then I think she laid
an
eggs.
egg.
They've been around since the dinosaurs and can live to be nearly 300 years old.
Are there any populations on the mainland now? Not at all. All gone. Yeah.
It's a mummy one.
Yeah, it is a mummy. It will be a mummy.
Are rocks?
It looks like rocks, doesn't it?
I just love it how they just take life as it comes. They seem to be so relaxed and so slow about everything, and they're not in a hurry. They just chill, basically. It's great.
And zoologist Fiona has also trained some birds to do some amazing tricks.
All we need is a volunteer from the audience. Yeah, we'll fly him to you. Let Note go. Can I go? Yeah. Thank you very much. Excellent.
Back in Arrowtown, it's a big day for Misty and her owner Melissa.
Yeah, I just had a call from Jeff. We've come in hoping that we can take her home with us today, which would be really nice. Yeah, she's an important part of our family, so it's good to have her back.
Her stitches are out and she's all better. The first thing Misty wants to do is to go to her favourite spot, the Arrow River.
Oh, it's real good that we can have her home with us and we can take her to the river.
Misty's one of those really good examples of what I refer to as the art of veterinary science. We have lots and lots of good scientific diagnostic tests that we can run to help give us answers, but you can't rely on them completely. I had to choose what I thought was the best course of action for her, and she's come through the other side fantastically. It really makes it all worthwhile.
He's got stuff for your puppies, for sheep and for pets, and potions and lotions and needles